Many people from Asia live, work, or study in the US, but that might change soon. Trump is planning new rules in 2025 that could block some countries. If you're from Asia, your country could be one of them. Here are the 7 Asian countries Trump wants to remove from the US in 2025. And now, let's dive in. Number 7, Laos. Laos is now under the spotlight in Trump's 2025 immigration plan, and not for the right reasons. The U.S. government says Laos has serious problems with how it handles passports and travel documents. Officials accuse the country of issuing documents to people with unclear or false identities. This makes it harder for the U.S. to know exactly who is entering its borders. Trump's team argues that this gap in security puts American lives at risk. Another issue is deportation. When someone from Laos breaks immigration rules or overstays their visa, U.S. law says they should be sent back. But what happens when Laos refuses to accept them? The U.S. says Laos often delays or even ignores deportation agreements. This puts a huge burden on American immigration facilities and increases costs. For Trump, the solution is simple. If a country won't take its people back, then it shouldn't be allowed to send more in. The possible result? A full immigration freeze. Students from Laos might not get study visas. Workers could lose job opportunities. Families hoping to reunite could face long delays or total separation. And for Lao Americans, these changes create real fear for relatives who want to visit or build a better life in the U.S. The economic and social effects could also reach Laos. If fewer people can travel abroad, there may be less money sent back home. Fewer students studying in the US means fewer global skills and ideas coming back. This could slow down Laos's own development. Trump says he wants to see better security, honest cooperation, and faster action on deportation cases. Until that happens, restrictions will remain on the table. Can Laos make the changes needed to rebuild trust? How long will it take to restore good relations with the US? And what does this mean for young Laosians dreaming of a better future? Oh, before we go to the next country, comment down below where you are watching. We love to know where you are from. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 6, Cambodia. Cambodia is facing serious pressure under Trump's proposed immigration changes in 2025. The U.S. government lists the country's poor cooperation and weak human rights record as key reasons. Trump's team says that when a government doesn't respect freedom, it's unlikely to properly screen travelers or issue secure documents. In their view, this increases the risk of people entering the U.S. with hidden criminal backgrounds. Another major concern is Cambodia's unwillingness to cooperate on deportation. When Cambodian nationals overstay their visas or break American laws, the U.S. expects them to be sent back. But officials say Cambodia regularly delays or even refuses to take them. This creates legal backlogs and raises costs for American taxpayers. Trump argues that any country that won't accept its own people shouldn't enjoy full access to U.S. immigration benefits. These actions may seem political, but the impact is personal. If the U.S. places a travel restriction on Cambodia, thousands of students, tourists, and workers could be affected. Cambodian families living in the U.S. might be cut off from visiting relatives. Bright students with scholarships could lose their chance to study abroad. Skilled workers might be locked out of U.S. jobs. Beyond personal loss, Cambodia's global image could suffer. If labeled as uncooperative, the country may lose international trust, not just from the U.S., but from other nations too. A ban could also hurt business ties and tourism, adding more pressure on an already fragile economy. To avoid these consequences, Cambodia would need to make serious changes. That includes stronger passport checks, better deportation cooperation, and showing real commitment to human rights. Whether the government is ready to take those steps remains unclear. Can Cambodia meet U.S. expectations before the ban takes effect? Will this lead to a complete break or a chance to improve ties? The clock is ticking, and the outcome could shape Cambodia's future for years to come. Number 5, Myanmar. Myanmar is another Asian country Trump wants to remove from U.S. immigration access in 2025. The top reason: ongoing political crisis and human rights abuse. Since the military coup in 2021, Myanmar has been in chaos. Protests, crackdowns, and conflict have created a dangerous and unstable situation. Trump's administration says countries in turmoil can't properly vet their citizens without reliable background checks. U.S. officials fear criminals or extremists might enter unnoticed. But the concerns go deeper. The U.S. criticizes Myanmar for mass arrests, limiting freedom of speech, and especially for its treatment of minorities like the Rohingya. Trump's team argues that these violations not only show a lack of control, but also make the government an unreliable partner in immigration matters. If Myanmar's own citizens aren't protected at home, how can the U.S. trust it to manage international travel and documentation? Deportation is another key issue. The U.S. has said Myanmar is slow or uncooperative when it comes to accepting deported nationals. When someone from Myanmar breaks U.S. law or overstays a visa, deportation becomes difficult. This adds pressure on U.S. immigration facilities and leads to legal challenges. If Trump pushes ahead with restrictions, the consequences could be serious. Myanmar students may lose access to U.S. scholarships. Workers already employed in America might not be able to renew their visas. Families separated by borders may have no legal way to reunite. For those fleeing persecution, the U.S. may no longer be a safe destination. What happens to Myanmar's future if these doors close? Fewer people going abroad means fewer chances for education, training, or investment. It could isolate the country even more, just when it needs global support. Will Myanmar's government listen to the international community and start making changes? Or will it continue to resist pressure and face deeper isolation? Wait. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 4, Thailand. Thailand is now caught in Trump's immigration crackdown, but not because of border security or terrorism. The main reason is its decision to deport 45 Uyghur refugees back to China in 2015. That move triggered international outrage. Human rights groups accused Thailand of ignoring the refugees' safety. The U.S. responded by placing sanctions and visa bans on officials involved. For Trump's team, this event shows Thailand can't be trusted to protect vulnerable people or uphold international rights. The U.S. argues that when a country fails to defend refugees, it raises questions about its values and whether its passport system can be trusted. The deportation decision also sparked fears that Thailand could buckle under political pressure from powerful countries like China. That kind of weakness, Trump's team says, is dangerous when it comes to global travel and immigration systems. Now, Thailand faces growing pressure. The U.S. is considering tighter visa rules that could affect students, tourists, and skilled workers. Thai families in the U.S. may find it harder to bring over relatives. Universities and businesses could lose talented individuals due to longer visa delays or outright denials. For Thailand's economy, the timing couldn't be worse. Tourism is just beginning to recover after the pandemic. Any travel restrictions from the U.S., one of Thailand's largest travel markets, could lead to millions in lost revenue. The education sector may also suffer as fewer students will study abroad and bring back skills that benefit the country. This immigration freeze also sends a message to other countries in Southeast Asia. Human rights matter in international relations. If countries ignore refugee protections, they may face serious consequences from allies like the U.S. Number 3, Pakistan. Why is Pakistan one of the countries Trump wants to ban from the U.S. in 2025? The main reason is national security. For years, U.S. officials have claimed that Pakistan provides shelter to terrorist groups. Even though Pakistan has worked to fight extremism, Trump argues it's not enough. Trump says it's also about poor cooperation. One major concern is the difficulty of background checks. U.S. officials say verifying the identity of visa applicants from Pakistan is extremely hard. Records may be missing or unreliable. That makes it easier for dangerous individuals to slip through the cracks. Trump's argument is simple. If the U.S. can't fully vet someone, they shouldn't be allowed in. Another issue is deportation. The U.S. says Pakistan sometimes refuses to take back its own citizens after they break immigration laws or overstay visas. This puts more pressure on detention centers and immigration courts. Trump's team sees this as a failure of responsibility and a reason to block future entries. If these restrictions become real, the human impact will be massive. Thousands of Pakistani students who dream of studying in the U.S. may lose their chance. Professionals working in tech, medicine, and education might not be able to renew their work visas. Families split between the two countries could face long delays in reunification or total separation. Pakistan-U.S. relations, already complicated, could suffer even more. Trade, military aid, and diplomacy could all take a hit if the ban becomes permanent. Critics argue this kind of move punishes ordinary people instead of solving real problems. But Trump insists that safety must come first. Number 2, Vietnam. Vietnam has become one of Asia's rising economies. But in 2025, it's now on Trump's list of countries he wants to remove from the U.S. immigration system. Why? The biggest reason is deportation problems. According to U.S. officials, Vietnam has refused or delayed the return of citizens who overstayed visas or committed crimes in America. Trump says this creates a serious legal and security challenge. The issue is especially complicated for people who arrived decades ago. Some Vietnamese nationals came to the U.S. after the Vietnam War and never became citizens. Now, if they break the law, they face deportation. But Vietnam won't always take them back. Trump sees this as a failure to take responsibility. In response, Trump wants to stop visas for most travelers from Vietnam. That means students, tourists, and workers could face bans or extreme delays. Family reunification could also become nearly impossible. This would affect thousands of Vietnamese Americans hoping to bring over parents or siblings. The economic impact could hit both sides. Vietnamese students are a big part of American universities. Their absence would affect campus diversity and finances. On the flip side, fewer skilled workers and professionals traveling to the U.S. could slow Vietnam's development by limiting global experience and training. Vietnam's government has tried to push back, saying that many of the cases involve individuals who are no longer Vietnamese citizens, but Trump's team insists that if someone was born in Vietnam, they should be accepted back. It's a tense legal debate and a political one too. What will Vietnam do now? Will it agree to accept more deportees and cooperate with U.S. immigration rules? Or will it resist risking a full immigration shutdown? The outcome could shape the lives of thousands and define U.S.-Vietnam relations for years. Number 1, Afghanistan. Why is Afghanistan the top country on Trump's list for a full U.S. travel ban in 2025? The main reason is security. After years of conflict, war, and the return of Taliban rule, Trump says the country is too dangerous and unstable. But is a full ban the right answer? What about the innocent people trying to escape danger? Trump's administration claims that Afghanistan's government can't provide solid background checks. This makes it difficult for U.S. officials to know who's applying to enter. Could someone dangerous slip through? That's the fear. Is it fair to punish everyone just because the system is broken? Another big concern is deportation. The U.S. says Afghanistan refuses to take back citizens who overstay visas or break American laws. Why wouldn't a country take back its own people? Some say the Taliban's control makes normal government work impossible. Still, Trump argues that if a country doesn't cooperate, it shouldn't get visa access. What does this mean for Afghan students, workers, and families? Many now face closed doors. Will this cut off future doctors, engineers, and scholars from studying in the U.S.? What about families hoping to reunite? Could they be separated for years? For Afghanamians, this move brings fear and frustration. Could it lead to more stigma or discrimination? Might it also stop humanitarian help from reaching people in need? And how does this affect Afghanistan's future? Fewer people studying abroad means fewer skills brought back home. Could the ban make rebuilding the country even harder? The US says the ban will stay unless safety improves. But how can peace return if people can't access opportunities abroad? Should the US support change or shut the door? What should be done to protect security while still showing compassion? Afghanistan now stands at a crossroads with the world watching closely. Trump is now back in power, and these 7 Asian countries are already on his list. Immigration rules, visas, and job opportunities could all change fast. What do you think? Are these decisions really helping the US or causing more harm? Like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates. And tell us, is your country affected? What would you do? Comment down below. Goodbye.